Hello, everyone. Welcome back to True Green and Gold. Here with my Week 12 picks. Starting off the week, we have a Thursday game that doesn't involve the Elks for once, it seems. Instead, we're going to have Montreal heading west, going to Winnipeg. This is a rematch of an earlier game this season that was very rainy. Ended up being a 17-3 victory for Winnipeg. And I expect much the same outcome this time. Montreal is still battling some injury issues while Winnipeg looks healthy and looks like they're rounding into form and looking to capture the top spot in the West playoffs again. Think they get it done. Next up, we've got Calgary going to Toronto. Calgary is the only team who has handed Toronto a defeat this season. This will begin a stretch of 10 straight games. No more buys for the Argos. But I think revenge is a dish best served cold. And the Argos will get it done. Week to week, you seemingly never know what you're going to get out of Jake Mayer and just about all of the Stamps, really. I really just don't see them beating the best team in the league twice. Next up, we've got an interesting contest between Hamilton and BC. Interesting because, well, for me, I had those two teams in the Grey Cup at the start of the year. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. I will address that a little bit more in a video that's going to be coming out in a couple of days, where I revisit all my preseason predictions. Some of them look good, some of them don't look so good, but BC is a team that has been dominant at home, and their defense has been a little shaky as of late, but those are both road games against the Riders last week and the Blue Bombers a few weeks ago. Vernon Adams, when he avoids turnovers, is arguably the best quarterback in the league. I said arguably. He's just a real dynamic playmaker all around, and that receiving core that BC has is just so deep and so talented. I just don't know that Hamilton can keep up. Hamilton is struggling with quarterback issues of their own right now. Looks like Taylor Powell will be back because I still think it's too early for Schultz or Bo Levi Mitchell to be back in the lineup. We'll see if Matthew Betts ends up getting another sack because he has been held off the board quite a bit as of late. See if he can continue climbing towards 20 sacks, a pace he was on earlier in the year, but he's fallen off recently. This week seemingly presents a good opportunity for him to get back on track. That said, Hamilton is still right in the thick of the playoff hunt. So a lot of interesting games this week for them, the Stamps, and then, of course, the last game of the week involving Ottawa at Edmonton. Edmonton's playoff chances are on life support. There's no doubt about that. I think they have no margin for error over the next few weeks, which, unfortunately for this team, involves 2 games at home. Yep, we know what that means. As I've said before, I will believe it when I see it that the Elks can win at home. Granted, the Red Blacks and the Elks also look like teams going in different directions right now. Edmonton seems to be playing their best ball of the season right now with Trey Ford at quarterback. Gee, what a surprise. And Ottawa in the last few weeks has seen their offense be inconsistent at best. Dustin Crum, after having a great first few games, has been very up and down. So have guys like Nate Behar. But it comes down to this. Is Ottawa's pass rush going to be able to frustrate Trey Ford? Are they going to be able to keep him from using his legs? That's ultimately where the game will be won. If Ford can escape the rush of Lorenzo Malden and those other guys, get out and make plays and find Geno Smith and Stephen Dunbar, then I certainly think the Elks can win this game. But, got to break the curse to get me to believe. So with that, as I said earlier, I'll have another video up Saturday revisiting my mid-season predictions. And in the meantime, click the subscribe and notification bell, and I will see you in the next video.